At
It
that
hurt.
point,
It
okay.
hurt.
So did you go to another dentist?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
And he
who's
said these need to fit my mouth.
dude, it looks like I got new you back. New you versus Donnie Beard.
Yep.
Mr. Beard, you're there as well.
Yes.
It looks like there's been no resolution.
Right.
Okay, let's why don't I guess both of you raise your right hands for me. I'm sorry, Minza, right? Where I
Yeah,
wrote it
Mancy.
down.
Mancy. Yeah.
There, this is your claim for new you.
Hmm.
In what capacity are you working for new you?
I am taking care of the books.
You're the manager for the office there, basically. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay, you're familiar with the books and records for this matter with Donnie Beard, is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And your claim says $4,679 for damages.
Hmm.
Was how do we get to 4,679? Why don't you go through things for me?
Okay. We have the last statement that we sent, we delivered to the same person. It says basically we have an extraction of tooth number 23, 3, 4, and 10 for a total of 1,164. Then we have a maxillary partial denture for 1,751. And again, we have a mandibular partial denture for another 1,764. That gives the 4,679.
1,679. And when I guess what time frame? Are these done over a period of time, I guess.
Yep. Is
Extractions
November.
first. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, what? November?
November 2020.
November of 2020. Were there payments being made? Do you have a record of some type of
Nope.
payments? Nothing?
Nope.
There were payments made.
Mr. Beard, you said you made some payments?
Yes, sir. I did make payments. Care credit. I made care credit payments.
Care
I made
credit.
my care. I made payments
Okay, so
for
through
about.
through care credit,
Pardon me.
payments were through
Through
care
care
credit.
credit.
Okay.
I made the payment. Pardon me.
Do you show payments for care credit?
Nope.
Mr. Menza?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope.
Help me out then. What was the first services that were rendered? Was it I'm assuming extractions, is that right?
Correct.
How much were the extractions, if you could tell me? Total, was that the 1,164?
Yep.
And what time period were the extractions made?
Oh, well, now the exact dates I should see the system, but it was the day of November 9th,
November 9th of 2020.
2020. Yep.
Okay. And then after, I'm assuming the next one was the you got two different partial dentures, I guess. One was for 1,751.
Yep.
And when was that?
That both were, according to the statement, on November 23, 2020.
And then when was the billing sent out for it then? What was the first billing sent out?
Well, we have a billing cycles every month. So the very first one, I should see, the records, but I believe it was sent out on December. Why?
You can't tell me believe though. You got to tell me some records or something.
Yeah, just let me go to the system. Just 1 second.
Sure.
So 21, 22, 23, 25. Okay, I don't know. The very first statement I see in the system here was dated October 1st, 2021.
Okay, what, and was that, does it show for what that billing was for? October 1st, 2021?
That is a recap. There is just the amount with the name of the patient, Danny Bird.
Okay, and so it shows that total 4,679.
Correct, 4,679.
And Mr. Beard, you're telling me that you're making some kind of payments through Care Credit? Do you have something that shows me that?
Yes. I made payments through Care Credit for 18 months, 22 months, something like that. I made Care Credit payments for a while, okay? They sent me a check when I told them what I went to the dentist. I went to a dentist that had license, and he told me that these teeth were not made for my mouth.
Well, you can't tell me that.
These teeth right here wasn't made to fit my mouth.
Okay, but you got to have somebody that's going to tell me that. Do you have an
They will not fit my mouth. Hey man, when you walk around with dentures in your mouth, that's one thing. But when you walk around with dentures in your mouth that are killing you, you can't can't take care of business in your life with the pain in your mouth. Okay? One time these teeth were one time these were brand new right out of the dentist's hands. Said, here, open up, open up, open up. I'm coming at you with these. Okay. Now, how does that feel now that I got your teeth in? You know, how does that feel?
And what at
It
that
hurt.
point? Okay.
It hurt.
So did you go to another dentist?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
And he said these made to fit my mouth.
so who was the dentist that you went to after knew you?
His name was Dr. Clark.
Dr. Clark. Is that who you're seeing now?
No,
No?
no. I
So
don't have any faith in a guy that calls himself a dentist. Okay? I don't have any faith in a guy
okay,
that calls himself a dentist.
So how
Just because he's calling himself a dentist don't make him a dentist.
so you stopped going
Naturally,
so you stopped going to Dr.
I don't go.
Clark?
I haven't been. I have not been to a dentist since I went to Dr. Clark
So
because he told me that these wasn't made for my mouth. And when I came home, I called Care Credit and I told Care Credit that
how much did
I wasn't going to make a payment.
okay, so how much did you pay? You said you paid for 18 or 22 months. That's a long time. How much were you paying?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't remember how much money that I was paying, but I did make payments to Care Credit. They sent me a check at I haven't got the figures down for me right now, but I did have a lady living with me back then, and she was
You got to help me out
she
though.
was very
New You Dental is telling me that there's still 4,679 owing. And if you're paying over a period of time, you got to help me out. You got to tell me how much. You got to have something that says, okay, these payments were made in this amount over a period of time. So I haven't heard anything.
well. I have the facts. I haven't got the facts down on paper here in front of me, but I'm sure I can get some facts and bring
Well,
to
today's
you.
the day though. Today's the day we're gonna do it. Mr. Beard, if you got some paperwork you can go get? House,
I don't know. I don't
don't know.
but this is not gonna go away, okay? The guy didn't take any pride in his work, or these dentures would fit my mouth when I went to the dentist.
Why did you, if you're having an issue, Mr. Beard, hold
I
on,
wrote a little bit
hold on. If you were making payments, why were you making payments on something that weren't what you wanted? Why were you doing that?
because I signed a piece of paper saying that I would pay for it.
I see. Okay,
Okay. And then, but when I signed the piece of paper saying that I would pay for it, I was also thinking that these were going to fix my problem, but
Okay.
they never did.
okay,
And I mean, hey, I had been making payments on these teeth. Then I found out that they wasn't made for my mouth. My teeth ain't long enough for these teeth to, these dentures.
but you gotta
Okay.
give me, okay. So for New U Dental, why is New U Dental, Mr. Mancy, why is
Yep.
New U Dental making this claim so far after the fact too? This is if it was November of 2020,
That's what I
this is
said.
2025.
Yeah, we
Tell me, why did it take
Hold on,
that long?
Mr. Beard, hold on. Let's
To
have,
the plate and say,
okay, hold on, Mr. Beard. I gotta hear it from Mr. Menzie. Hold on. So,
okay. So then, this practice never received any official complaint from the patient, so
Okay.
that cleared that there was nothing, no problems. And if there was problem, I believe that in 4 years he should have done something, and not just bringing the issue right now, and not asking me why I bring
Right.
only now the statement, because the statement were sent to this same patient for
Okay.
38 times. I have 38 billing statements here in front of me. It's not
Okay,
the first time that you received that.
that's
Yep.
hold on. Yep, that's what I'm asking about, I guess, next. So the first billing that you
38 times.
told me was, Mr. Beard, hold on. Was sent October 1st of 2020. That's the last record you have, is that right?
Yep. Yep.
And then you're showing that same amount, 4,679 billings being sent out throughout
Right.
that total. Okay.
Over there and see it. The credit.
And you're not showing any record of any payments at all?
Nope.
What about from the year before, from 2020? Do you have anything at all when you had the services given?
If I go back to the system again, we start with the exact figures that I gave you,
Sure.
which
Yep.
is 1,164 plus another 1,071, and that is all where we started. It was November the 9th on 2020.
Okay,
And-
and maybe that's what I'm missing. So when you say started, was there a billing that was sent out on November 9th, 2020?
Well, as I said, I cannot say that because I don't see it in the system. The very first statement was dated later on, as I said.
And why would that be? I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm just trying to figure out why do we have this 1 year gap? What?
Well, I cannot say that because I have to to reason with the things that I see myself here in the system. So probably we had another system and we sent out these statements in a different way, so they were not recorded in this software, probably. But I cannot prove it.
Okay, and would you have, if there were complaints or responses from, I guess, that October 1st date, would you have that in there somewhere?
Yes, because that is received always on papers, and we keep a folder for each patient, so we collect everything religiously, especially when it comes the time for complaint, because we are responsible. So for that part, we can assure that we never received any official complaint from the patient.
Jared, from your side, why he's shown me nothing that says you complained about it for at least from October of 2021, and they've been sending billings out since that time period.
not sure I understand your question, Your Honor.
Well, if you were receiving billings from October 1st, 2021, which is when he's telling me there are billings before that, but he can't find them. Why didn't you complain about
He
the way
can't
those?
find it because it was Care Credit. It was taken care of with Care Credit, Judge.
Do you have something?
It was taken care of with Care Credit. Care Credit would not have let me get by that.
Okay, and you think you can get something from Care Credit?
takes care. Care Credit takes care of business. Care Credit takes care of the dental work in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is for you, can you get something quickly that says Care Credit was making payments?
Care Credit wasn't making the payments. I was making the payments to Care Credit.
Yeah.
I
So
made
you should
the
have
payments
something.
to Care Credit.
Okay, so what do you have in your records that say you're making those payments to Care Credit?
Judge, my name is Donnie Beard. I was involved in a car accident when I was 17 years old.
Okay.
That took 20% of my brain, and I don't have the capacity to take care of to keep records and things of that nature. Okay, it's not there anymore.
Okay.
I mean,
Can
I've got,
can
they talk about my mental incompetence on this paperwork that they sent me.
okay.
That's my excuse, okay? I got an excuse for my mental incompetence. What is his excuse?
Okay.
Why did it take him 4 years to get the courage
Okay, so
to ask for his money?
okay, so let's do this. Also from
Care
New
Credit knows better. Hey, man, I'm telling you what, whatever,
I'll tell you what I'm gonna have to do though for New You Dental. There's this gap that I'm having a hard time even from your end filling in. I think what I'm gonna need both of you to do, if you got documentations of some sort, I need some kind of dental service proof or from New You or a doctor that's gonna come in and say, hey, listen, I've reviewed these records right now and these services were rendered October or November of 2020. And Mr. Beard, if you've got anything, I need it from you too. Okay. You guys are making me guess on anything. Hold on, Mr. Beard. So hold
hey,
on.
man, look here.
So, Mr. Beard, hold on. So can you get some information like that or not?
Well, I certainly have the documents that it was mentioned, that was the treatment plan.
I know you got billings, but do you have, I guess, medical file of some sort?
Well, yes, and I can show you. I can show you the treatment plan that was signed by Mr. Donnie.
Okay, sure. If you can get that to me, I know we got these other ones going anyways. I'm gonna expect, why don't you get those to me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do that, dental care paperwork, if there's signature on there.
Right.
That'll help both of you out, quite frankly. At least I'll have that and make sure we got something, okay?
Okay.
And Mr. Beard, if you've got something as well that you want to show me that you made payments for, I'm willing to look at that, but you got to provide them to me, okay? So let's set,
Well, I can try. That's all I can do is try.
okay, so let's
Okay,
get,
and that's a lot more than that guy did.
sure.
The
Well, let's
guy
get
didn't
this.
do nothing for me, man. He
Yeah,
didn't even take no pride in what he was doing.
So we're gonna adjourn
You
this
got to
matter.
understand.
Services. And the big one is if you got signatures on something that'll help. Proof of
Yep.
services. Okay. And then let's just set it for the next date. I guess I'm getting new dates for you on the others, aren't I? Why don't we do that? I'll send out a new date for both of you, okay?
Okay.
I'm just not sure my dates. set. How much time do you need to get those documents? Is it something you can do fairly quick?
Yes, I would say a couple of days.
Okay, all right. Then I'll group this with the other ones as well, and we'll just do them all same day, okay? For
Okay.
both of them. Okay?
All
And
right.
Mr. Beard, same thing with you. Get what information you got. We'll send you a notice for a new date, okay? Mr. Beard?
Okay, I gotta get busy and get that done. And
Okay.
it's only gonna take as long as it takes them.
Yeah. Well, I can give you some
I
time.
can't, I can't,
Let's see what you can get in the next few weeks, okay?
Okay.
All right, guys. We'll do
okay,
it that way, and I'll send a notice out for everybody.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Beard, good luck to you too. Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
good luck.